Let's just give you one example. Riddle and Randy Orton have been carrying the entertainment part of Monday Night Raw for the past several weeks. It's safe to say that WWE has struck gold by aligning these two together. It's been more than 6 months since the beginning of 2021, a rough and challenging year for the world, and obviously wrestling at the same time. And in that time, WWE has made some creative decisions that fans are widely fond of. I'm Kevin, and here are the 5 best WWE creative decisions in 2021 so far. Number 5, RK Bro. After this year's WrestleMania, where Riddle got booted into oblivion by Sheamus for the US title, it again seemed that WWE's resident party dude was going to be lost in the shuffle as he lost several matches back-to-back. Instead, it led to a storyline with WWE's resident snake person, Randy Orton, where Riddle was trying his best to have the former WWE World Champion become his tag team partner as part of RK Bro. Come on, Randy! Although fans were skeptical of this pairing initially, both Orton and Riddle have been pulling off their roles as an odd couple, entertaining fans while doing so. It simply has to be that they don't seem like they should get along, but they do, right? Despite the recent ratings of Monday Night Raw, the segments involving RK Bro have been one of the fan favorites, and almost everyone is just waiting for them to win the Raw Tag Team Championships. Maybe this pairing with Orton would elevate Riddle to the main event level scene, groom him for a potential WWE Championship run down the line, or maybe we need to see these two put together in a buddy road trip comedy where they learn something about themselves, traveling from one side of the country to the other, when Orton is stuck in a car with Riddle and he's just asking him for snacks the whole time. It'll be called Bro Road. Come on, Bro Road, coming to theaters 2022. Number 4, Cesaro's WrestleMania 37 victory. Cesaro's feud with former WWE and Universal Champion Seth Rollins has been one of the long-term storylines on SmackDown since the beginning of 2021. The savior of SmackDown, Rollins, went out of his way to torment Cesaro, and he also secured a victory over the Swiss Cyborg's friend Shinsuke Nakamura at Fastlane. In doing so, Rollins managed to build heat. The WWE Universe couldn't wait to see Cesaro swing Rollins around like a rag doll. So when Cesaro executed the second of 2 devastating neutralizers on Rollins at WrestleMania to score the victory, fans were elated. Cesaro's time had finally come. He was no longer playing second fiddle to an established player. He himself was now established as one of the top stars on the blue brand. He immediately went on to feud with Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship and showcased himself in a match showing that he can deliver in a main event. Even though he didn't win the title, he had one of the best WWE matches of the year. Yes, you may remember the WrestleMania Backlash pay-per-view for that thing with zombies, but remember, Cesaro had one of the best WWE matches of the year so far. You want to fight me on this? Well, fight, and I'll swing you around in a parking lot. Please protect your head because I don't want you getting hurt, but I will swing you around in a parking lot. Find the parking lot, we'll do it. Although he lost in the main event at WrestleMania Backlash, Cesaro proved he is indeed a man who's going to be playing for the title in the future. Maybe after Money in the Bank? We'll find out. Number 3, Bobby Lashley retaining the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 37. The opening match of WrestleMania 37, the first one with a live crowd in attendance during the pandemic, saw an indomitable WWE Champion Bobby Lashley go to head-to-head with a vengeful, motivated, and odds-on favorite at that time, Drew McIntyre. After the back-and-forth 18-minute encounter, the WWE Champion locked in the devastating Hurt Lock, a full Nelson with a little bit more Nelson to it, on McIntyre, who then passed out. There was some assistance from MVP at ringside, but this was truly Lashley's crowning moment within the WWE, a dominant WWE Championship title defense on the grandest stage of them all. This was supposed to be McIntyre's crowning moment in front of fans, but Lashley stole the night. This WWE Championship match ensured that Lashley would get a long and devastating title reign. Devastating for anyone who got in the ring with him, potentially building up to that dream match that everyone wants with Brock Lesnar. Number 2, Drew McIntyre defeats Goldberg. WWE's first pay-per-view of the year was heavily built around the mega clash of generations, Goldberg versus then WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. If history was any indication, McIntyre's days as WWE Champion were numbered. The moment that match was announced, a part of the WWE Universe went into a social media panic as the company often used Goldberg to take the title off emerging talent to build up to something special at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens in 2017, The Fiend in 2020. The man gets burned alive, but a spear and a jackhammer is really going to make him lose the title. Anyways, Drew McIntyre was very close to being the 3rd wrestler on this unfortunate list of new superstars fed to the Goldberg spear spear jackhammer machine. McIntyre had led the WWE through the darkest days of the pandemic, and it would have been ill-advised to take the WWE Championship off him at this time. So when McIntyre pinned Goldberg at the Royal Rumble in a short match, many fans breathed a sigh of relief. WWE avoided a potential disaster, as well as built Drew as a force to be reckoned with at the top of the Monday Night Raw card. Number 1. Roman Reigns retains the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 37. Another star of the pandemic era has been the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Acknowledge him. He will demand that you acknowledge him. Although he was an accomplished superstar already in the WWE, Reigns' new persona since his return at SummerSlam 2020 has been next level. There is no more on-point performer in all of professional wrestling right now. There is no greater villain in all of wrestling right now. Sorry, Kenny Omega, it's Roman Reigns. In the main event of WrestleMania 37, Roman Reigns defended his WWE Universal Championship against Daniel Bryan and Royal Rumble winner Edge in a triple threat match. Many fans felt the stipulation was set up so that Edge could get his big title win after returning to the WWE just a year and a half earlier. Instead, Roman Reigns double pinned WWE Hall of Famer Edge and Daniel Bryan, reigning supreme over two overwhelmingly popular baby faces in WWE. Roman's victory ruined Edge's triumphant return and Daniel Bryan's emotional journey back to the top, but it is actually beneficial in the long run. Now, don't get us wrong, putting the championship on Edge or Daniel Bryan would have produced a massive pop in front of a WrestleMania crowd feverish to feel the good vibes of WrestleMania once again, but it was one of the best decisions that WWE made in the long run in 2021. And that's our list for today. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, when watching wrestling, do the most important thing: enjoy wrestling.